of Ikenga, so I can tell you a lot about this story. As Agunze Chibu used to say, so I have a lot of stories I can tell you about this house, this association, Ikenga. Men and women, men, especially during the military era, who used to hide from house to house to discuss Igbo cause. Container on Igbo, you will not know how it came out. It was members of Ikenga who made their contacts. You know, Igbo, no in trouble. Trouble is Ilona, only God can save him. You know, the next day, it's been a vital force for Igbo. There was this, maybe I should leave this one, but it was between our elder statesman and President Obasanjo. But I'll leave that story for another day. So a lot has come from the association Ikenga. Men who have sacrificed, men who have given up their sleep. And for your information, if you're just a new person here, you cannot be president of Ikenga without having some level of comfort. Because anything can happen in Igbo land and you're flying the next morning from your own pocket. Anything that happens among traders, you will have to fly. May I welcome our very own Jagamba, Chief Dr. Engineer Emmanuel Iwanwu, CFR. Round of applause, please. President General Ohanes Ndibo Worldwide. That clap is for an assistant manager. Jagamba, President General, President General. Ndewo, you're welcome. Let me, at this juncture, welcome, while we wait for 1 or 2 minutes to hand over to the chairman of the event, the Vice President Abia, Agune Chibe, Chief Uche Amajo. Round of applause, please. This event has been organized and put together by somebody who is outstanding and a very practical and valued pharmacist. Ozo Dinobi, pharmacist, Sir Nnamdi Obi, Chairman Planning Committee. Round of applause, please. Also, we have Owele James Okudele. If your hands are not too busy, please, let's also give a round of applause. Sir Nnamdi Oyeka, round of applause, please. Also, I'm not just welcoming members of Ikenga or their allies, but it's also good to give it to whom it is due. Mr. Mark Anthony Ndoka is the Secretary General of Ikenga. We're glad you could put this together. A round of applause, please. Also, Nkem Anakie, former Vice President, and Anambra State. For those of us who are not aware and you don't know this body, Ikenga functions with a zonal structure. In the southeast, you have a president, you have a vice president who oversees that zone. So if anything happens in Ebonyi, the vice president of Ebonyi is supposed to report to the House, to the president. So Ikenga functions in that zonal structure to enable people get information from the villages and communities through either president generals and so on. So when we say vice president, Abia, Agune Chibia, He is the one who oversees the affairs from Abia State to the House. He's like the liaison officer. Also, the treasurer, Mr. Sam Anyanwu, we are good to have you here. Chief Venerable Onwualo Oputobie, you're welcome. Onowu Ozonweke, Ohaneze Lagos, Lagos and his members and their women, all welcome here. Also, Mr. Felix Iwagu, member of Ikenga, you're welcome. Mr. Felix Ofodum, welcome. Sir Engineer Clement Mwabasili, welcome. Vice President Anambra, Prince Tony Weke, welcome. Diokba Deli Ajufo and wife, wherever you're seated, sir and madam, you're welcome. I haven't seen Delhi in a very, very long time. Very long time. I must say about 20 years. So Delhi, where are you? I haven't seen you in 25 years or there. You know you're my man. I'll come to you after. I'm so happy you have seen me grow, not just in acting, but in becoming a lawyer. When you say all these, you go law, you go 6 years. Or these, you pass law school. Chief Patrick Mwabweze Osakwe, Omoyoko, you're welcome. Chief Vincent Igwenaya, Aku Nwata Riwife, so let us give you a list and then over here. Obina, please come. All right. Let me allow one of the men whose resources built Ikenga, one of the men, Anna meeting Nabia. He's not just here as one of the awardees, but he is highly placed when Igbo causes are being pursued. I remember when I joined Ikenga about 15 years ago, meetings they were called, and the kind of passage he gave to achieving to a greater glory what Ikenga stands for. I want to welcome distinguished Senator, one of our awardees, distinguished Senator Chris Mwabweze Ngige, OONCON. Round of applause, please. All right, because our awardees If you have the bank name, you are expected, as Caesar's wife, to be above board. If you promise, you must deliver. Onye ọbụla akpọrọ fidelity must deliver. Onye ọbụla akpọrọ fidelity ama na-agba ofu ogori. Onye ọbụla akpọrọ fidelity ama na-agba last. Please, I don't want your hands to be too busy. Welcome our sister, our mother, and one of the awardees for today, Dr. Mrs. Neka Onyalipe, OON, Managing Director, Fidelity Bank PLC. Round of applause, please. I've also I know also that she's here with her very powerful husband and my friend. I don't want to go through his titles, but he's my senior by 2 years, because I was 60 last year, and I think he's 61 now, or 62. Please, if your hands are not too big, may I welcome Dr. Ken Onyalikbe. You know, Dr. Ken, you will agree with me. If a man is the spouse of a governor, it's always difficult to introduce. The woman will carry her husband and say, Dim no kwa here. So we want to welcome you and thank you for all your support all the years. You've been a very good friend to me, particularly. You know, I'm very proud of you. Welcome. We have other awardees, but let me once again refresh on the man who is a medical doctor by profession, who has served Anambra State, served Nigeria in different capacities. But his last outing was full of trouble. When you have to settle workers, workers on Dekwen and Dekwero. Senator Dr. Ngige, last time Fugana over the airport, asking the Belgian MLM, no trouble in a settle on a federal level. You are looking brighter now and fresher, because it is not your portion in 2024. You just settle a problem now Abuja for workers. But we want to welcome you. And like I said about Senator Chris Ngige, it's one of the pillars of Ikenga. I remember 15, 20 years ago, the impact he made in making sure that Ikenga is still the association in the Igbo communities that unifies and brings its people together. Welcome again, Senator Dr. Chris Ngige, OON, CON, Onwa. All right. Other awardees, when he was serving this nation at the highest level, our special guest of honor was very receptive. You know, there's this thing they say about us Ndibo, that when we are appointed to an office, we ask our Igbo brothers to speak in English. I must say it here. And they will always not want to receive you in the office. Now they pop proud and they so Igbo. When this man was in the office, 2 times I went to see him. I had a smooth, undiluted access to him as the chief of the air staff. Please welcome our special guest of honor, Vice Admiral Dele Ezoba. Round of applause, please. Also, Obinna, where are you? Obinna, Also just walked in is a man I praise. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Rear Admiral Alison Amechina Madueke, retired but not tired. Round of applause, please. Former military governor, Old Anambra State. You have to write whatever you want me to do here. You have to write. We also have the former managing director, Nigeria Reinsurance and Nikon Insurance, Sir and Lady Ogala Osaka. Round of applause, please. Please, let's have more resounding applause to appreciate those who are here. Here in Emrendibo. Amongst these people not here, can they not hear? Have your attention, please. All right. His Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to switch the microphone over to the special guest of honor, who also will double as the chairman for now. I am talking about switching the microphone over to Vice Admiral Dele Ezoba to please get this occasion going. No, don't worry, don't worry. All right, now the program. May I crave your indulgence to ask us to stand for the national anthem. While we're still standing, may I also crave your indulgence to call on Vice President Imo Uche Amajo to say the opening prayers. The microphone is here. Uche, where are you? Vice President Ikenga, Imo State, to say the opening prayers. The Vice President Ikenga, Abia State, Uche Amajo, please say the opening prayer. Thank you.
I think this is, good evening everybody and welcome. I think this is predominantly an Igbo affair, so I will beg your indulgence to pray in Igbo. Can we pray, please? Chineke pụrụ ime ihe niile onye dị ebube na nke anyị ekele gị ekele pụrụ iche maka ihe ọma ị na-emere anyị otu isi mee ka ndị isi anyị na ndị ozi na ụmụnna anyị na ụmụnne anyị zukọrọ ebe a. Ọ gị nwa bụ the first chairman, anyị na-ekele gị ekele otu isi duta mmadụ niile n'udo. Biko mgbe ha ga-alakwa na dula ha n'udo, gọzie ezinụlọ ha n'ihe gbasara oge a anyị na-eme omume n'ala Igbo. Christmas bụ ihe dị anyị mkpa. Biko chebe onye ọbụla n'otu n'otu, ma nke anyị chetara rịọ gị ma nke anyị na-echetara rịọ gị, ịmazuo mkpa anyị arịọ gị n'aha Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị.
May I also crave your indulgence, all indulgences, to allow me observe a minute silence for past presidents and members of Ikenga in no particular order. Recently, we lost our former president, Iyase Dr. Sylvanus Ibigwe, Oscar Onwudiwe, Esquire, Ralph Eke, founding president, Joe Wadike, and others I don't have on this list. May we just give an honor in their memories for just 1 minute. Thank you. May their souls and the souls of the faithfully departed rest in perfect peace. Unabanigo, bikonolonani. All right, Abalanze, Dr. Chike Madueke, Nabegi Kaibia. You're the host of this big event. Before I go ahead with you, I must recognize the one who is having a handshake, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, Chairman, United Airlines. Prof, United Nigeria Airlines. You're welcome. Abalanze, Dr. Chike Madueke, Mpom, we're in your house. You're the President General of Ikenga. Ebunyago Oji. Also Dinobi, Buteli Oji. Mr. President, let me acknowledge at this point that one very vibrant, erudite, former president of Ikenga, the one under whom 15 or 20 years ago I came into Ikenga, is here, and he knows too much about the kola nut. Please, if your hands are not too busy, let's welcome Agunze Chib Ikoku. Round of applause. Abalanze.
Ndị Igbo ekene m unu nnọọ ndị Igbo nnọọ ebe dị n'aka kịta bụ ọjị unu ma na o nwere ife Igbo na-eme ka ọjị ghara ibudo ụzọ ebu m ọjị kịta aga m ebu ya bujel chairman ọnya ga-eme emume na usoro niile dị n'ọjị a Chief Agunze ngwa na ọ ga-ebu chairman anyị emeritus. Thank you very much. Ọjị abịa biko chee ndị Igbo ọjị.
Aheji Agamba, our very distinguished President General of Ohaneze worldwide. Worldwide means buruburu. Buruburu ụwa niile. Obi asọka ike isi nọ ebe a. Mmadụ na-abụọ nọdebere onwe fa. Distinguished Igbo sons. Ọchịagha ndị mmiri, former Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Madueke, former Chief of Naval Staff, Dele Ezoba, Admiral. You're welcome. One night, nwoke, Onwa, Chief Dr. Senator Chris Ngige. Ezigbo mmadụ, former governor of Anambra State, who set a heck of a record. At least in the governors of Mota, if I chọrọ ka fa na-alụ, ọ gị nwa merie nna nnọọ ije. Ebunyere m ọjị na ede ekwukpo ọjị okwu. Ife dị n'ime bụ ọjị nwere usoro si eje. Ịda ya ina kirikiri. Ya bụ na Abalanze President Ikenga daalụ. Ọjị ya ga-ebido ijie n'ebe isi ọchịchị Igbo jikwuru. Ya bụ Chief Engineer Iwu Anyanwụ nọ n'etiti anyị. Anyị eji aga mba. Nzi ka ntụbi afọ o nwekwa ike iru afọ narị. Ya ka anyị bunye ọjị. Ngwa were ofunu ka ọjị na-arụ oke okwu ebe o si. Ochie dike Admiral Alison Madueke sere ofu ọjị. Didi Admiral Ezoba were ọjị. Were ọjị. Obi. Ọjị were. Okay. We're here. nwanne m nwoke ọnwa gee nke eturu gị n'Ọka.
Onyere ngụgba n'Ọka.
Onyere ngụgba n'Ọka. Oge o mere na ọjị salụ. Mbanụ ejighị agba mba ihe ewere ihe ka isi ra ibi na-eme erika. Ugwu Igbo ngwa jide afere ọjị a ọ dị mma. Biko aga m ayọ ndị chiri echi ka nkụ nke onye chiri biko ya zelu. Onye ọzọ m ga-enyekwasịzi bụ President aka Ikenga na mgbasara ọjị. Daalụ. Okay. Aha eji aga mba. President Ọhaneze wara ya ọjị.
Thank you. Biko Igbo ekelenu. Igbo ekelenu. Igbo mmammanụ. Biko onye isi oche ewetala ọjị eruola m aka. Unu lee anya nga aha eji aga mba enwetala m ọjị eruola m aka. Onye Igbo ọbụla nọ nga ọ nọ ọ ga-ahụ ya. Unu ahụ na ewelele m ya elu dịka ndị nna anyị ha si kọwara anyị. Ọjị wụ mkpụrụ osisi Chineke kere. Igbo na-akwanyere ugwu pụrụ iche n'ihi na ndị nna nna anyị gwara anyị na ọjị wụ udo, ọjị wụ ahụike, ọjị wụ mmeri, ọjị wụ akụnụba. Ebe ọbụla anyị na-eme ihe n'ala Igbo anyị weta ọjị waa ya. Onye ọbụla hụrụ ya, onye ọbụla tara ya, oge were ngọzi hela. Taa m onwe nwe aha eji aga mba ndị Igbo niile gbakọrọ kpọm aha eji aga mba, all the states. So ugbu a biko kpọrọ m aha eji aga mba. Kpọrọ m aha eji aga mba. Kpọrọ m aha eji aga mba. Ana m agọzi unu abịala dịka onye Igbo kpọpụtara nye m ugwu. Eji m ike na-agọzi unu niile. Onye ọbụla nọ nga taa ọjị wụ ihe a gwara na ọwụ ihe ịrịba ama. Ị gaa na ndụ ndị ụmụ Israel enwere ha mkpụrụ osisi nke a na-akpọ olive. Otu anyị si were ọjị ka ụmụ Israel si were ọjị. Ị gụọ na Baịbụl akwụkwọ nsọ ekwuru sị onye na-arịa arịa ewere olive ma mkpụrụ ya ma mmiri enye ya arịghị. Ebe ụlọ anyị onye ebe ụlọ anyị na-eme ihe ọbụla ewere ọjị ekpe ekpere ọ ga-agote chikpuo ya. Taa ana m arịọ Chineke ọbasi nọ n'elu ka ọ gọzie ụmụ Igbo niile. Ana m arịọ Chineke ka onye unu udo, ana m arịọ Chineke ka onye unu ahụike na ọdịmma. Unu niile bịara nga taa unu ahụ na onye unu werele dịka onye ndu unu, onye isi unu Emmanuel Iwe Anyanwụ aha eji aga mba. Anyị bịara m gaa ike nwere ike unu nyere m. Ana m agọzi unu. Chineke nna onwebi ihe m rụrụ ya ọ na-emezuru m. Ana m arịọ unu niile gbakọrọ nga taa m na-ahụ m. Onye si nga ala ya buru ya n'obi ọnọdụ ya ga-echenji, ọ ga-agbanwe. Ya na-agwa unu eziokwu kemgbe m nwata ọrịbụ ihe nrịọ Chineke ọ na-emezuru. Onye bịara nga taa ndụ ya ga-adị iche. Onye nwere esemokwu na nsogbu n'ezinụlọ ọ ga-akwụsị. Onye nwere ọrịa ọ ga-ala. Onye nwere nsogbu akụrụba ga-eji ebe niile. Udo ọganihu ga-anọ. Anyị wụ ndị Igbo onwe onye anyị na-achị ime onye megbula anyị. A na-arịọ site na Kraịst.
Obedience and fidelity to outclass her competition to become the first female MD and CEO of Fidelity Bank PLC based on capacity and character. She is an Amazon with education from Ivy League universities. She's a lawyer and humanist. In her 30 years career in the financial services sector, she made it a priority that the entire assets and outlook for Fidelity Bank PLC are secured in the vault of her commitment and innovations, which is still quite evident in the higher returns they now enjoy in peace and contentment. Dr. Onyali Ikpe is the brain behind the Fidelity Food Bank outreach. Little wonder she has garnered golden institutional awards and recognitions, both nationally and internationally. She is a recipient of the Global Magazine and Financial Times Award, the Bankers Magazine Award, Chambers of Commerce and Business Day Newspapers Award, the Best CEO Awards, among many others. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome our inbred professional and banker par excellence, Dr. Mrs. Nneka Onyali Ikpe, OON.
May I humbly invite Rear Admiral Alison Madueke to please do us the honor of presenting this award to the Managing Director of Fidelity Bank.
It is my honor to present this honorable award to you. Congratulations on behalf of Ikenga Ndibo. Congratulations.
Pictures, are you okay? All right, Dr. Mrs. Nneka Onyali Ikpe would want to say a word or two before she leaves.
Good evening. Good evening, good evening. I feel so honored to be given this award from Umuwanem. And you don't know how much the love people have showered on me since I took this role as Managing Director of Fidelity Bank has helped me. Even when the work gets overwhelming, when I remember that I cannot disappoint you, I make sure that I do what I have to do. So I
that word is very important. We're giving you this award because Ndibo are known for hard work. Ibambo. Kidnapping our name in Abanya Wani. Owo Ndibo. Onwani he batara na Abanya. Aiga through the President General of Ahadez Ndibo. I got to put on a bang. Only Igbo, machine a shop ya going to be a somewhere. Tanunch. On time Igbo madu. Because I get here better than a bang. Once again, I want to thank all the other awardees for giving this unction for us to give to our lovely sister as a first awardee. May I now invite the President of Ikenga, President General, Abalanze, Dr. Chike Madueke, to please step forward and deliver his opening speech. Please encourage him, encourage him, encourage him, encourage him. Okay. Now, my attention has just been called.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, why today we deem it very, very important to invite the President. On that note, as most distinguished, right honorable senator, most distinguished senator, we welcome you. No. And we have other guests of honors here to witness this occasion. And as I said, this year is a bit different because we have the awardees. I'd like to especially welcome the awardees and thank them for honoring this award. The Ikenga Award is going to be a continuum. Every year we will select a handful of our people and say, well done, thank you, unemela, to them in such a way as to encourage others. And the so in this award, the important thing is that this award is not pecuniary. Nobody pays for this award, and we don't ask for payment for this award. This award is purely on merit. So whoever that has come in here to have an award is purely on merit and recognition, and that is how we want it to be going forward. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let this show now begin, as I also welcome and recognize my emeriti presidents, Senator Mabez Chris Ndiga is here, Chief Ikoku is here, Charles Odukwe is here, and I'm looking forward to seeing Chris Asoluka. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for coming. Let this show now begin. MC, can we have, please.
If your hands are not too busy, may we give a round of applause to President General of Ikenga, Abalanze Dr. Chike Madueke. All right, we have opening remarks by the special guest of honor, and I think Vice Admiral Dele Zoba, I don't know whether to bring the microphone to you there or you speak from here, sir. But at this juncture, before I go ahead, may I welcome a man of many parts. A man of many parts. The Duke himself. Always exuding this confidence with a cherished laughter. The last time I saw the Duke was when he asked somebody close to President Jonathan to say, you must build Canada up. He said it in that deep voice, somewhere in Ikoyi here. The Duke, I want to welcome our own dear Prince Ndoka Obaigwena, Duke of Owala Kingdom in Delta State, the Tsar of the Nigerian journalism, Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. Round of applause, please. Chairman, Arise Television. Chairman, This Day in newspapers. The Duke, it's always an honor and privilege to have you at every occasion. I have the honor to hand the microphone over to...
Gentlemen, and God bless you. Where is Senator Abaribe? Come and take your mantle of authority as chairman.
Are you summoning him militarily or civilianly? You are both civilians now.
We are doing it the way it is done somewhere. Anyandeba, anyandeba. It depends them, it is sweet us.
Okay. Senator Engineer Abaribe, make you day a day. Now. Day a day. It's good to see you, sir.
Thank you. Ndi bwekelela muno they won't know coming late. And my senior brother, I want to thank you for holding forth until Anyabia. I'm going to be very brief and say only one or two things. First, onyo chiri nke o chiri ya zere, all protocols observed n'Igbo, elu na ala. We are not going to be cowed. So ndị Igbo, ana m agwa mmadụ niile, anything we do, we follow it to the end. And we have never made mistakes. Don't mind those who say that we made a mistake in trying to run to be president of Nigeria. We didn't make a mistake. We showed that we can also be on the same table with anybody else. And therefore, we will continue to run. Anytime an adult president, we will run until onye ihe mmadụ dowa aka n'elu aka ga-enye ya ewe there. And finally, ndem na-agwa nke awụ ndị Nigeria, onye ji mmadụ ji onwe ya. Let Nigeria not think that by suppressing the Igbo, that they are going forward, far. So long as Nigeria suppresses the Igbo, Nigeria will go nowhere. Because ndị Igbo na-atụ ilulu na-asị, onye ji mmadụ n'ala, ji onwe ya n'ala. Ụlọ mmanụ.
Onye ji mmadụ n'ala, ji onwe ya, anyị jiri ha ọfọ. Ihe anyị na-ekpe dịka ndị Igbo wụ nkwuo ya na Bekee tupu ntụgharị Igbo. Let the eagle perch, let the kite perch. They want to say to the other, do not perch. Nkwakwalaya. Let him show where he should perch. Egbe bere, nke si be ebele. Nkwakwalaya. That is why the Igbo man stands for justice any day. Anyana hebe bere kan kukwaya. Ya go si ebe oge ebe. In the words of Senator Engineer Baribe, what the Igbos seek from Nigeria is equity, fairness, and justice, and that's it. May I, Emeka Wogu. Today, he is representing his own brother, and presently the Deputy Speaker of the...
Our special guest of honor, Aheje Jemba, Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Iwanyangu. Onyeisi ndị aka Ikenga, Agbalenze Chike Mareke. Our special invitees, distinguished ladies, absolute degree of authority and the powers that be without let or hindrance, as the lawyers will say. So on behalf of the President and entire members of Ikenga, to formally declare or proclaim for the commencement of this awards ceremony. I wish to thank you all and hope we're going to have a very wonderful...
When pharmacists start citing the law, shows you that lawyers are in charge. He said, without you will now know why lawyers are called learned people. All right, while we are getting ready for the awards, let me call on somebody a comedian, to just give us some interlude for 3 minutes. Please, if your hands are not busy, let's make welcome Okube, the comedian, for this evening. Round of applause, please. Encourage him. Encourage him. Push up, in Mefa. All right. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Has gathered to contribute 30,000. Now, so I carry the money, give my mama. Now so I carry the money, give my mama. In Chano Biena, where Yoruba Burun Kiabia, Kanla Puobem, Yoruba woman carry uncle. Biko, Egbamio, Nsia Mama Kilo Shale, Isimo Ibo. Once Yoruba woman start praying for you, you should know that you are the one to solve her problem. I said, Mama, what happened? He said, Mama Kekere, small one, come and Bwe, Yankene Bwe Nala, and then man Yoruba. I said, Mumbo mommy, if you thought him Bwe Nala, or swallow memory card. Ha! Mama, Mama, are you taking us say your picking swallow memory card? He said, thank you, my picking. No, since morning, all the song waiting for the memory card. Now the small picking they sing. Now I make us know say, I bet more than clap and not picking myself. Already got things are changed. How many of you remember 90s, 80s, 60s? Once you give birth to a beautiful baby, the children don't even come out anyhow. If you want to give birth those days, first of all, the baby will come out very simple. Cry a little. Let me give you an example. Once they say, Madam, push, you hear something like this.
Of the early iron technology in Igbo land and how it became a major source of wealth for the country. Nsukka had the oldest iron smithing site in the world, but today that is history. Do you know why? Because today Nigeria imports iron ore from Netherlands, Tanzania, and gives out all the revenue it could have saved if only it brought back the refined Nsukka domestic mining industry and accumulates the proceeds back into the states. In 2021, coal was estimated as one of the top valuable sources of electric power source. But yet, Enugu still sits on some of the richest coal deposits in the country. And the west, the south, the northern part of Nigeria, from us first corners, nooks of the world. Let us come together. Let the Igbo music icon team up. Raise younger artists and get them on the billboard. Fill the O2 stage with Grammys and tell our stories. Show me adversity, and I will show you the Igbo village in Staunton, Virginia, in the US. Give me a storyline, and I will show you the movies, how the Igbo movies become the second largest film industry in the world in terms of outputs. Give an Igbo man spare parts, and he will make exceptional automobile to become the first car manufacturing company in the country. Give him airplane, and he's going to evacuate stranded Nigerians from Sudan, South Africa at no cost. Akunulo, let's come back together. Bring the resources back home. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The words he summed it up with is our takeaway. Akulono. Ndi Igbo, okunu akanna agwo. Makana muabu kanayo oka. Me on this note, welcome the only Nigerian who has put a local manufacturing plant in the pharmaceutical. If your hands are not too busy, make welcome Adibo Nine Dr. Stella Okoli. Round of applause. Onworo onye ọzọ na Africa. Applause. Olebe no. Nwannem. It's good to see you again, sir. Also, the Honorable Minister of Works and immediate past governor of Ebonyi State, the man who stands tall when it gets to infrastructural development of Ebonyi State. He gave Ebonyi the first lift it has ever had. Ebonyi used to be a village, but to give it to Dave Umahi. Those of us who used to pass through Abakaliki, we used to say it's behind, but Dave built flyovers. So congratulations to His Excellency, Senator Engineer Dave Umahi, CON Akubaroha. Today, may I honorably welcome to the podium the Duke of our kingdom, Prince Nduka Obaigwana. Round of applause, please.
To continue,
don't do anything that God does not. Some of the achievements that Emzo Famaskali
Investment banking.
Of Ikenga.
the chairman of this very special event, my younger brother, my son, and a person in whom I'm well, brother Chike. I call him my younger brother. He's a brother to Madeke. Iwanya and Madeke family are very close. It was myself and Alison that brought the two families together. And Chike is a smaller brother. He is the person who invited me for this ceremony. I said I must come. I have fulfilled my promise. Yes, this has given me a wonderful opportunity. I have seen many friends I have not seen for a very long time. Many of them are here that have greeted me. I don't want to recite your name one after the other. But I see here, I don't know whether Ngige has left. Ngige is here. You know, Ngige is know the difficulty I had accepting that job. Because you see, I'm an old man. I'm over 80 years. I'm not young. And no doubt, I spent my youth serving our people. I'm sitting down now. It's not that I'm not respectful to you. It's because as a young man in my early 20s, those who school with me know that in the field of sports, I was quite good. In the field of academics, I was quite good. And in the time of war, too, I sustained this injury on my leg. I used to walk with crutches before, but I went to John Hopkins and they opened my leg and welded it, and now I can walk. I thank God. But it's not easy for me to stand for too long. So I will crave your indulgence to allow me to sit down. Please, don't be annoyed. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. So, after persuasion, the persuasion was much. My family, my wife, Igbo culture and tradition will be properly defined because culture is important in the life of a people. Now, there is a problem we have had. In 1970, the war ended. If people who can talk about it, I'm one of those who can talk about it, because I commanded the last battle to defend Uli Airport. I commanded that battle. So I'm one of the people who can talk about the last days of the war. We didn't lose the war. The Nigerians didn't capture Uli Airport. No victor, no vanquished. But later on, a lot of misinformation. Ngige said he wanted to support me. He gave 2 million naira, but I told him, no, don't pay it to me, pay it to the account of Haneze and Igbo. I told him I didn't need the money. So he gave 2 million to Haneze, and I'm very grateful to him. Apart from that, Ngige is the chairman of the committee on skill acquisition, youth development, and that is a very important committee. He is already having a very wonderful plan for our youth. We have got a committee on business. I went through our history. 2 things contributed to our greatness. One is education, one is business. We have a committee on business too, because it's clear to me that there is a conspiracy to bring Igbo business people down by some people, either through certificate of occupancy, through lack of approval of things, through taxation, a lot of things. So I think really that there is such conspiracy. I have information, but I'm appealing to all people concerned to please, to realize that Igbos, since the founding of this country, have been loyal and faithful to Nigeria. I have made it clear to them. They have talked about our investing in other places, in Abuja and in Lagos, outside our home. We are Nigerians, and Nigeria belongs to everybody, and we are told we can live everywhere, invest everywhere. Igbos have never gone anywhere and forced anybody to take his thing. Igbos have always bought land. Wherever Igbos are, they have obeyed the laws of the place, and they developed the place. Every country have got two types of investment: foreign investment and local investment. In my own opinion, local investment is the one that creates stability more than even the foreign one. A foreigner who invests wants to carry away his money away. I mean, to carry away the money. He then, in doing that, he weakens the foreign the reserve of the country. But Igbos, when they invest, Igbos, by our culture and tradition, that is wherever you live, wherever you are happy, is the place you are going to stay and you develop. So this is the culture we have from home. So when Igbos come to live in Lagos and they make money in Lagos, they don't carry the money to Igbo land, not because they cannot, but because of patriotism. They now invest the money in building schools, in building houses. It's not stupidity. Many other people, if they come to Eastern Nigeria and make money, they carry it to their homes. But I think Igbos should be praised. People should praise Igbos for the fact that when they make money, they invest it in those places. I don't think it's a thing that should attract criticism. However, we own that many Nigerians are understanding our position now. I believe that everything will be all right. I have visited the people in Abulo Ado. I was there 2 days ago. I held meetings with all those people. It pained me that my people, the Igbos, those have elected me to be their leader, have their houses destroyed, their property. Well, I have sent people to go and investigate. Most people who go there tell us that Igbos, some of them didn't obey laws and so on. I want to tell you that I have been to the place. Why I decided to go there is that I was getting conflicting reports. But
President General Nagwani, it is really very important. Please, he has only 2 minutes to finish what he wants to tell us.
Thank you very much. It's just now. I went there and
the man who has made us very proud. Sometimes the company you operate could give you a very bad name. But this our brother has made a name, not just for himself, not just for his community, not just for Ndibo, but for Nigeria and Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please make welcome Professor Obiora Okonkwo, United Nigerian Airlines. Round of applause. Camera, can we have your lights? He is uniting Nigerians through flying. Prof, you're welcome.
Our very distinguished awardee, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, is a proven Nigerian nationalist, international linguist, an experiential motivator, whom you cannot but acknowledge, having put his credential in the sky as the visionary, founder, and CEO of United Airlines Nigeria. With a deliberate and raging hunger for impact and innate capacity for disruptions, High Chief Obiora Okonkwo is today a professor of political science and a leadership mentor of selfless values. The proprietor of Dome Entertainment Flagship. He's a natural philanthropist, humanitarian exemplified, a Rotarian, and a Knight of the Order of King Leopold. He has seen it all, experienced the bad and the ugly, but chose the beautiful path. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's make welcome Dikeora of Idemili, mirror of Ndibo, and strength of progressive governance advocacy for our nation Nigeria, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, MFR. All right, he is an officer of the Order of the Federal Republic, OFR. More. Anyway, the thing is this, for national awards, you graduate from MFR to OFR. I'm Kanaya, I'm MFR, and I'll soon graduate to OFR. We are very glad to have you, not just as an Igbo man, a professor of political science, now an airline that is run professionally, United.
Does he call? And he went and brought out his biggest aircraft, 777, to combine the passengers of United Nigeria and Air Peace for 2 days to avoid the disaster that it would have caused. That una from Kebeni Niger, I don't go one Poloku and Azaro, Jideku Unoji, at every point in time, and then in the Unupolum, Ngazakwa. Thank you very much.
Professor Obiora Okonkwo, Mboba Ana Apalo, okay, Ana Apalo something. Because I thought I made a bill for Christmas. Ilenge rice. Mboba Ana Apalo something. I think he has spoken distinguishedly and honorably to all of us, pinching his statement on Ifendi Igbo Nemomefa, an example of which is this sit at home, is in shatters. Most of us are in Lagos here and Abuja and other parts outside Igbo land. But it is very important and critical that we do something about this sit at home. Mondays and other days, as the enemies of the land decide, our people do not go out. On that note, permit me to thank again Professor Obiora Okonkwo, CEO of United Airlines Nigeria, Officer of the Federal Republic, on a well-analyzed speech rendered extempore. I also have been informed that the founding president of Ikenga, Engineer Raf Eke, Eke's spouse is here. Madam Cordelia Raf Eke, Kedebino, you are very important to us. The wife of our first president, Chief Raf Eke. Madam Kedebino, please a round of applause for her. Her husband, Onya Sibelifa Nabota, many years ago. Many years ago. Madam Jisike, God bless you. May I, on this note, invite to the podium our hombre, very brother, the man who, if you address him by a chieftaincy title, he will tell you, I am Mr.
He founded Zionos.
Ngige is a good example. That's why I said I'll make a donation. In the last 1 year, I was in Executive Council, #1 agenda every Wednesday. I never mentioned to him. And the people fighting me were big people. At the point, security called me, Stan, do you think this makes sense for $200 and something million? You know the people fighting? I say, yes, I know. But I have capacity. I urinated and came out. He said, Stan, what do you say? I say, I'll continue that fight. I'm 67. If God wanted to kill me, he would have killed me. Long time. But on the day of decision, the president arrived. They didn't expect him in Executive Council. I never spoke to anybody because it's technology. And when they read
Republic of Nigeria, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, may I make welcome to the platform Edo Obosi, Chief Senator Mike Ajebo. Tony Edo Obosi. He's a commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. Edo Obosi? No, sir.
Our Aka Ikenga, irrepressible board of trusters leader and proud senior citizen, is a handsome man at heart and person. An Igbo cultural icon, popularly known as Edo Obosi. This legal luminary and progeny of a late Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, Justice M. Ajebo, is a senator of the Federal Republic, representing Anambra Central from 1999 to 2003. Edo Obosi passed through basic schools in Onitsha, capping it at Christ the King College before jetting to the University of Ife as a law student. While at Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, he bettered his political resonance as the Secretary General of the National Union of Nigerian Students, known now as the National Association of Nigerian Students. He has remained a great instrument for national cohesion and regional stability, having served as member of the Constituent Assembly 1978 and 1979, and member of the Obasanjo Political Reform Conference of 2006, post-Senate. His commitment to knowledge-driven citizenship and digital entertainment saw him establish one of the earliest private TV stations in Nigeria, Cable Vision and Menage Broadcasting Station in Obosi. He is a devout Catholic and tills the soil of our economy as chairman of Menage Group, with interest in mining, media, real estate, and trading. As a natural Aka Ikenga go-to person when the chips are down or fusing, we request Chief Senator Mike Ajebo, CUN, to please step out for AI honor and courtesy.
Thank you. He has already stepped out magnificently and gorgeously as Edo Obosi, and it is my honor and privilege to call on a very high-standing, eloquent, tranquilizer, former president of Ikenga, a man who stands tall in the financial world, a man whose name was mentioned in 2018 or 2019 that he was going to serve as commissioner in Imo State, and he said to Fiakwa, I served 20 years ago. You are insulting me by calling me. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Chief Chris Asoloka. Okulora, Okuroha, 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 Nigeria, Okuroha, ezigbo nwanne m nwoke ma ya kwa gaga. It's good to see you again. Please. Outstanding service to Ikenga and Nigeria.
Ohaneze bịara ekelela m no ka onye chiri ya were. I think I'm here at the right time. I can attest, show otu onye nyere anyị outstanding service. Senator Mike Ajebo. We can't move so fast without you. And with you, we are all confident that we wouldn't be going the wrong place. On behalf of Aki Ikenga, on behalf of the President, executive members, and floor members like us of Ikenga, we present this token to say you are one leader in whom we are well pleased. Keep it up. Thank you.
Hold your camera is on you. Okay, Ede.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ndigwe Ekenemono. I was smiling to myself. Okay, Professor Obiora Nekwoku. Igbo, if you want to succeed in Nigeria, get ready for the battle. I fought the battle, I won it. You understand? Kwadekwa Nubogo, Nuseni Eke, Professor Obiora, Allen Onyama, Jisini Ike, we will all succeed. Bikono, Abumonya Ikenga, I can't say much here. On the Nanoranaki Ikenga, Gene Kuzumakai. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Edo Bosi. Ede. I've not been given the next name and I've asked. Ask Noya the start of the show. They call him now the whole place. Thank you, Edo Bosi, Chief Senator Michael Jebo. I want to thank you for establishing Menage when you did. The face of broadcasting we see today is on a shining note because of people like you. Now we proceed with the man who stands taller than his height. The man who is so courageous that he doesn't look directly into your face so that you don't intimidate him with your height. But when he speaks, his English vibrates. He doesn't look for words when he wants to speak. Medical doctor by profession, a very high-standing member of Ikenga before he went into government and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, etu mmadụ ọnwa na ani Igbo ọ ga na-agba agba ọ bụrụkwa na ọnwa ga na-achachi mmadụ anya. Make welcome to the podium as I bring on a man of many titles and parts, served in many capacities, Senator Dr. Chris Nwabueze Ngige, OON-CON. Round of applause. Ọnwa. Asina Chineke melu itofe this height. Anya kala ronono. We would all have gone on transfer. Sir. Onwa. Dalo, sir.
Nigeria's most pronounced conqueror of primitive godfatherism and naked impunity of politicians in our Fourth Republic, His Excellency, Dr. Chris Nwabueze Ngige, is a pack of serial achievements, defined activism with irrepressible charisma. Retiring from the height of the federal civil service, this medical doctor is a symbol of uncommon grace. A former governor of Anambra State with record of performance, a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the immediate past Federal Minister of Labor and Productivity, all in less than a compact 2 decades. For the record as well, he is the only member of Ikenga, the Igbo think tank that enjoys 3 leadership titles as the administrator, president for 2 terms, and president emeritus for life. Irrepressibly blazing till date, His Excellency, Senator Dr. Chris Ngige, Onwa and Alo Idemili, Anambra State, passed through these doors of public service without scandals as is common in our environment. He walks the street and corners of the country with ease. Our awardee is an amicable political actor with the courage of his convictions and candid reflex to stand up when it matters. He is a practical ambassador of faith in our federal universities and very significantly, a torchbearer for Ndibu homeland development and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, join us as we make welcome distinguished Senator Dr. Chris Mwabeze Ngige, OON-CUN.
Round of applause, please. It is my honor, privilege to call on the president of Ikenga, our brother Abalanze, Dr. Chike Madueke, to please present this award to Onwa.
Onwa leader. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing next to a wonderful man, a very fearless man, yet very simple. I mean, this young gentleman has been a governor. He's been a senator. He's been a minister. He's gone through the ladder of civil service and he got to the heights. Yet he calls himself Victoria Island boy. VI boy. The other day I was talking to him, he said, Chike, don't forget you're an Ikeja boy. I said, okay, no, I won't continue in this trajectory. Leader, we thank you for being yourself. You have always stood the right course, and then you've always shown example. It was you that said there should be no more fatherism in Nigerian politics, and you stood your grounds. You may have suffered for it, but you stood your grounds. Others are trying to, but none will ever come near you. We are proud of you. You started Ikenga as the first provost and eventually get to Ikenga where it had come to today. We respect you, we revere you, we always miss you. Now that you have done with government work, we want you back. So on behalf of members of Ikenga, the events and management committee, the award committee, they have said that we should give you this Ikenga 2023 award for your outstanding services to Ikenga and Nigeria. A round of applause for our leader.
Look at the camera, look at the camera. You're blocking these people, you're blocking them. It's either you ask them to move forward with you. That's how to do things. Thank you very much. May we now have Onwa to speak.
Well, the man where no sabi do protocol say every other protocol observe. But I observe the Ochiagas who are there and our former presidents of Ikenga who are here and fellow awardees. And the by Amaramive Moko Gonogaji where here. I can't boot with our belly can wear good and way for well. You know? So Moko Gonoga punish him here now. Because this thing should have been lower.
Yes.
Mana Ibwekene Monu. Achora mi kubunu no kumakanachi abagogo. And it's difficult to speak. We were motivational speakers before you. First is Chief Emmanuel Nwahe Jagamba, President General Haneze Worldwide, Okugoku Nga. Second, Chairman of the function, Distinguished Senator Engineer Baribe, Chairman Senate Committee on Power, former Minority Leader of the Senate, and Okuroha of Nde Aba and Environs. Anjaine Kuchago Oku. Okonkwo, Dr. Okonkwo, my brother from Idemili, United Airlines, and Chief Allen Oyema.
onwere ife ọzọ nga adịnye maka mbọsị nta ka chụọ ya na Owere nchi. Ihe niile unu kwu dị n'ọda. And I'm erasing my speech on ihe Okwuluọha kwu bụ Chief Iwayanwu. Onye ji mmadụ na ani ji onwe ya. So ebe anyị ga-edobe okwu a. Mana fa jidegodi na ani. Fa na-enye unu nsogbu na airline, na-enye unu nsogbu na technology. Nobody will take away from you the industry of the Igbo man, entrepreneurship of the Igbo man, the visionary acumen of the Igbo man, and above all, our intellectual capacity. I went to my akwụkwọ. Eso m na one of them. I'm my akwụkwọ. So, fana akpọta ndị senators and the House of Rep, ndị asị no educated up to school certificate, no problem. Fa akpọta afa, anyị nwa nọ, ndị PhD anyị nọ, ndị Doctor of Medicine anyị nọ. So, achọrọ m ka agba onye ọbụla ume. And like Chief Iwayanwu said, ebe a na-eje dị far. And I don't believe that God will leave his people like that. And make it aka ige ibe m. And I want to assure the President General now that I'm back in full force. Can we hand it over to the younger ones? One of the young ones I recruit, Peter Obi, is also doing well. Okute ndị Igbo, onye aka Ikenga ka ọ bụ. So Ikenga has done well for Nigeria and for our people. Obugo no nwe ihe ọzọ anyị nwete 1994 conference, which we organized as Mpoko Igbo, Mbundaki Ikenga. We brought in Ohaneze to do so. That conference produced a constitution that was not promulgated, but certain ingredients of that constitution is being practiced today, even though it's not in that constitution. One is rotation of presidency. Another one is the 6 geopolitical zones. It's not in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, but it's being practiced. So when they're talking about federal character, they will not talk about the 6 geopolitical zones. Mana Watawajana State, etinye wayo n'ime, mana tata bubo, ndị na airline, ndị na-azụ ahịa, visited that everywhere competition. Ọkwa ndị ochie, ndị Igbo kwuru okwu sị na akụ bụ iro, akụ na-ebute iro. Ke ndị nwere ụdị ife anyị nwe, akụ anyị nwere nne. So unu na-akwe na aga na-akụrụ unu aka ebe ọ bụla unu eje na ma na-ekisi unu na-ewesikwa time. Unu chọkwa unu eme tupu nwa si eme nwa na ba draw line anya nwa dị ọgụ anụ esekasị anya nke fọ na anya pachi anya. Yes. Onye si ka esekasị anya emesịa pachi ya detin. After all, ụmụ akwụkwọ nọ na school kịta. After ụfọdụ ndị si na na-agba strike for 9 months nsifa na unu ama eme nwe. I nkụafịa kụwara m nkụafịa nke ọzọ fadina naanị. So ụmụ nọ na school now, no strike anymore in Nigeria. Nke a even na show unu. So ndị aka Ikenga, ndị nye m award ana m ekene unu. Anyị maka isi eme ife. Chairman ga-enweta ozi m. Mana o nwego nke emere on my behalf. Mana m ga-emekwasị ife n'enu ya. So President and ndị bịa wish anyị well ebe a. Chukwu ga-agọzi onye ọbụla. Duna unu na bụ unu na afọ ndị unu rapụ n'afa Jesus Christ onye nwe anyị. Amen.
Tuoni Onwa, the lion, the conqueror, the emperor is here. And Onwa is the pronounced conqueror of primitive God-fatherism in Nigeria. The emperor, the conqueror, Onwa Anyekenegi. Thank you very much. All right. Our brother is not physically present here, but he found it very worthy to send a representative to this event, and a very high-powered one. When you send a former minister to represent you at an event, that is not a mean thing. Ladies and gentlemen, our brother, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, is ably, capably, superbly represented by Chief Emeka Wogu, a former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May I ask our brother, his representative, to please stand in.
That's the occupier of one of the highest governance positions today in Nigeria, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, is here with us this evening. It's significant to us collectively. The combination of his presence alongside His Eminence, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, CFR, the tireless President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo worldwide, clearly indicates the urgent consensus that the people's higher destiny lies in the strength of their togetherness and commonality of purpose. Ikenga, as a think tank, is aware that cohesion within our ethnic nationality is the meat for Project Better Nigeria in Diversity. We therefore honor a gentleman who by his current position is at the heartbeat of generational inclusion in our power graph. At 52, but looking younger, the Bender federal legislator from Abia State is a revelation that has been the spokesperson of the 9th Assembly. Today, we are here fundamentally to encourage a well-bred inspiration, to tell him that when opportunity meets a prepared person, the door of history is opened, and the choice of decision is personal. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's make welcome our very special guest of honor, a lawyer, a negotiator, syndicator, politician, leader, and Democrat, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu.
Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and to present this award is a Leonard Silk, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Natubugo, Chief Philip Ume. Round of applause, please. Natubugo, Leonard Silk, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. To present this award, both of you move.
Ikenga kwenu. It gives me great pleasure to have been appointed to make this presentation of award to Honorable Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. And I dare say that as of today, Benjamin Kalu, person from Igbo land in terms of political hierarchy in Nigeria. And he's ably represented by my learned friend, former Minister Chief Wogu. And we are so happy in Ikenga to make this presentation and to have you around. Thank you, sir.
Please take here, that's where his name is.
Okay. The chairman of today's event, distinguished Senator Enyinaya Abaribe,
Mara Ndibo, Ala Sala, the President, Ikenga, Chike Madueke, and other past presidents of Ikenga here present, ladies and gentlemen, Nekelunu, and I bring greetings from Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Federal Republic of Nigeria, who I'm here to represent. He requested that I come here with a former Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly. I also bring apologies from him because he was ready to come, but last minute there was an emergency that made him to take this turn of not being present. I want to thank you on his behalf for your continuous support of Ndi Igbo in all spheres. The continued search for peace in the Southeast, continued search to the end of insecurity in Ali Igbo. Your efforts as a group of Ndi Igbo will not go unremembered. He has asked me to tell you that he is in solidarity and support of all your efforts. And he would want me to tell you that there's a new initiative put in place by him, which is under the name Peace in Southeast Project. What Peace in Southeast Project means is that we are going to look for peace in Southeast through a non-kinetic approach. And to accomplish this, he has said he needs to collaborate with Ikenga and Ndi Igbo all over the Igbo land. So I want to thank you for this worthy honor given to a worthy Igbo man. Like the previous speaker said, the highest ranking Igbo man in this administration. And I want to thank you for the support you gave to him. I want to thank President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who supported him to get this position at this time in the life of this administration and the history of this country. Ekele munu Ndi Igbo. Ikenga mma mmanụ. Kelenu mma mmanụ.
Thank you very much. Our very great regards to our brother, Right Honorable. Our very high regards to our brother, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu. All right, the time has come for the man who stands tall. He has operated for few years, but you will think that he has been in this service for over 30 years. He dreams it, he romances it, he sleeps it, and he talks law. He's one of the persons who called me the day I was called to the bar. And he said to me, "Wanne Inwaka, I expect one day to meet you in court." But his business has not allowed him to meet me in court. When Professor Obiora Okonkwo was speaking, he referred to him as Nwannem Muniane Emeku Ife. I just wish that every other man, Igbo man here, can have a brother Nyane Emeku Ife for the betterment of where we come from. I bundia na achu achu, ebo bu na ije. Maka na malumma. Oh, sisi no chuluzo ka na ebu mma. So, like Senator Ngige said, don't worry so much about it when they pursue and chase you around the country and say, "Oh, because if we boo." It is useless. The devil has no portion for you now. It's because you're useful as an Igbo man. But let's watch it. Let's get more united. Let's get more united and fly in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, let's make welcome our own CEO, Air Peace Nigeria, Dr. Allen Onyema, Esquire. 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 Oh, Sunday lawyer, Netien Esquire. Oh, Sunday lawyer, Netien Esquire. Mana, today,
whatever is driving Dr. Allen Onyema on his intensive peace devotions and colossal continental rescue expeditions must be something on the threshold of a spiritual commitment, more like an apostle's vow of dedication or oath of obedience. The fact is, behind this best-known title as founder, chairman and CEO of Air Peace, Nigeria's current aviation standard benchmark, his deal and foundational craving for peacemaking and conflict resolution was way before his current valuation and status. Peacemaking became his defining natural attitude very early in life, which eventually inspired his choice of profession, law. As an undergraduate, through to graduation and practice, nothing drove his heart more than conflict resolution. When the window for his investment in the aviation industry came, he again chose the name of his passion as the flag mast, Air Peace. He made sure Niger Delta militants got respite and respect by trainings and employment in one of the biggest and boldest rescue missions for the country and the economy. He has intervened in the West for OPC, in the North for Arewa Youth, and in the South for IPOB, with many results to show. Today, as Air Peace soars in the sky with success, and Dr. Allen Onyema continues to pay the weighty price that comes in the line of his chosen duty for fatherland, where he sees diversity as strength, not weakness. He stood in the gap for Nigerians suffering xenophobic attacks in South Africa at a time, handled evacuations in war-torn Sudan and other places Nigerian citizens are challenged or stranded. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's now make welcome a star of hope, a global veteran for peace and conflict resolution, Dr. Allen Onyema, CEO, Air Peace Nigeria.
Please, a resounding round of applause, because we are all proud of our brother. Air Peace gone international many years ago and is still going to places. There's no route that Air Peace does not fly, and successfully too. To present this award, may I call on very revered His Royal Highness Eze Ambassador Damian Emeka Obianigwe, KSM, Ezoha Obi of Isi Hitowere, Imo State. Round of applause, please. You can join him now. But Imana. Ezoha.
Ikenga kweli. Chief Dr. Allen Onyema. My brother, Professor Obiora, spoke well. He spoke for you, and he spoke well. And the book Ihoma, I see the Johnny Kuruji, two of you should keep it up. No rankling, nothing. You are paying your dues in airline business. You are the only Nigerian who have done charity with your own money, with your sweat, and nobody paid you kobo. You are representing Nigerians from South Africa, from everywhere in the whole world. Today, you're supposed to be number one Nigerian carrier. But you go in buy, I get you can't so get a buy. Aquania, As you know, number one carrier in Nigeria. So from APs, you got in Nigeria, but special guest of Hogwe. Nika Goyawai, now hand Ikenga. I present this award to you. Congratulations.
Okay, take your pictures while I hand the microphone over to him. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I want to talk.
I can yes.
You there?
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Igbo ekene m unu mma mmanụ the chairman of this grand occasion, please permit me to stand on all existing protocol. I want to thank my brothers and sisters here present for deeming it fit to give me this recognition today. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate the fact that in the midst of these millions of resilient people called the Igbo race, I've been chosen as one of the few to be recognized at this moment. First of all, I want to thank God Almighty for this. And I want to thank Ohaneze Ndibo and Ikenga for doing this to me. I appreciate it. On behalf of my family, I thank all of you for this. I know a lot of people will be wanting to hear from me on certain issues raging. But one thing I have to tell you is this. Ndị Igbo bụ anyị nwa na-eme onwe anyị at all times. Anyị nwa na-eme onwe anyị. If you like Hallelujah, fine, thank you. If you don't like me, fine, you know what to do. But the fact, I na-eme onwe anyị at all times. And I would like our brothers and sisters not into business. One thing I wear, Igbo, so common, is what I call devilish competition. If I want to get a move from when Obiora came on the scene with United Nigeria, a lot of people expected us to be fighting. No way. He's my brother. I must carry him along. My fights are his fights. His fights are my fights. Even in the industry, some people now lose out because of the closeness. The sky is too big for everybody. So there's no need. They talk about your businesses. You don't need to pull down your brother to succeed. You don't need to pull anybody down because of anyantaji. Sometimes I ask myself, what has one done wrong? What has one done wrong? Onye Igbo, aka baro APs, I ga check ya that name Ugwebujo. From 2014 to date, that person never baro APs before. No trace. Ga weta business class so were 266,000. Weta economic class Medugri. 10 years together 150,000. Ala no yem egbo ndi Igbo. Ala no yem egbo ndi Igbo. Onye obuna choi the popular. Ogo owerale no yem bido to popularize his blog. Ale Noyema, get him and kill. Some people were even calling on the federal government to shut APs down. Igbo. And so many Igbo people bought into this stupidity and foolishness. 150,000 Naga Medugri economy. You were 266,000 business class na go over 10 years together. People now thought not the same thing. It's not. It's not the same class of tickets. To show you that they were being sponsored by some people. The other airlines, the same price with APs, nobody mentioned it. Bring APs down. Some say, oh, he stopped national carrier. Who is actually sponsoring them? Also, only Boken Wiki Webster sponsors here pull his brother down. Only Igbo ga late to the airport, maybe because no a journalist. Bido debe, they are thieves, they are stealing, they are doing this. Ndi Igbo. Open a piece, more any other Igbo airline like United, or any airline owned by an Igbo man like United, with 200 cases in a court, 198 Ndi Igbo sue the airline for things you don't understand. Only Igbo ga airport during peak season. Bido, this one I witnessed it. On Agundi Madonu, crowd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Oh, go. The thing about go and say, the next thing, Obido caused a problem at that airport immediately. I saw this. I saw me for some people know about for that one. What the person say, I want to for you and Agundi Madonu. He got a problem. I got cause about soon. Before you knew it, this one a flight. If we are delaying it, we don't crucify our computers. Out of envy. Do you think you can pull Allen Oyema down? Is God Almighty. Is God Almighty. You can't pull anybody down no matter how hard you try. Why are we that envious and wicked? Why are we doing things like that to ourselves? Why are we doing this? This time around, APs refuse to answer anybody. Yes, because at the end of every year, this is a bido. At the end of every year, they bring up this kind of thing. It is unfair. And let me explain to those, Amaro. Every inventory will be the same. That's Owerri in Afu now. We're 70,000 there to Owerri. People have bought them up since. The way aircraft airline inventory works, maybe allocated 20 seats to 70,000. Allocate here from 21 seats to the next starting Wekibu, 100,000 or 103,000. The next one, on that graduate, like that's how this thing graduates. So if there are some people now, like agents, who go and buy up the cheaper ones, or for the other ones, and it. Meanwhile, you know the truth. Why is it that other Nigerian airlines are there flyer and Igbo during Christmas? If not that lucrative, all of them would have been going there. When you move in there, coming back, at times 0 passengers on some of those planes. Years before, only have 4 APs, about 6 planes are landing over. And we are losing. I'm only doing it for our people. At the same time, I'm fighting at the center. We didn't give you license to be serving on Igbo nation. In our fight that one, then the people in America, I'm running in America for something. They'll think you're getting. You're not getting anything. That plane comes back empty. But in Tia and a Kano could go to 100,000. You get 100,000 coming back. In Tia and East, he may have 150,000, even the economy. He goes back and he comes back empty. It means that passenger, he got dropped, has only paid you 75,000 each way. That's how airlines work. Somebody know in media from the other day, where's him? Alan, what is happening? What is wrong with you people? And see what is it? Or saying that the brother be Atlanta. Now complain. Now our luggage allowance is 15 kg. And see what happened about that? Or see why getting luggage allowance 15 kg. The guy now Bamba, somebody in America. I'm sorry to say this. And see, I want the person to go to hell. Because when we get something wrong, when people are being deliberate, sometimes you become deliberate with them. Just like Dr. Chris Ikenga said here. Sometimes you decide to fight it out with the people. Especially when somebody is being deliberate. Or see, now condemn 15 kg. Where see that America where you're coming from. They don't even allow you to carry any luggage. Any luggage you pay for it. They only take money for your sitting. You pay the fare. You allowed only your carry-on about 7 kg Gebubanime plane. Ibu checking luggage, you must pay for it from number 1 kg to the last. That's what they do in America. And again, it doesn't stop there. In order at the front side of the economy, that's another price for your seat. In order aisle seat, that one will be not like this. That is a different price entirely. Window seats were different price entirely. So by the time 1 hour flight in America now costing about $400 or $450, that is over 600,000 naira. It's the same aviation worldwide. If you ever 15 kg free as allowance, that's why Nigerian lines are falling. Somebody say America, and I spend the same in America. Only Nigeria, I'll talk a piece free of charge. Then they will remind me that I intervened in South Africa, I intervened in Sudan. Now God will punish them, not me. Now all sorts of things. Do you want to be in the position of those people who get rescued? That was a matter of life and death. I went to Malaysia, I brought them Ndibo during COVID, free of charge. I went to Indonesia, I brought them free of charge. I went to Thailand, I brought them free of charge. Then somebody tried to enjoy, he can enjoy during Christmas. I took it free of charge. It is not fair. It is not fair at all. Onyibo, Bian Airport, check your in. With a boarding pass, Gabebo, wherever, Ochoega. At the end of the day, we miss that flight. Bian Airport, I am an announcement. Because first of all, could you say computers? And that will cost you months of delays out of annual. Or could you say computers? See that American announcement. How did the other 160 people fly on that plane? Onyibo, Nona, business class lounge, now watching pornographic film on his laptop or his iPad. An announcement. He didn't want to get up. I was there one of the days in Warren Airport. I can be here. See, your flight is boarding. He decided to almost slap the poor boy. The next thing, on the other hand, can meet here and I watch pornographic film. When not there, no. But somebody now got Yola. See, you see this man. What caused problem here today? And that was what happened. 1.5 hours later, video to Benito got me here, the departure gate. What of this Epis flight serve? If I always delay flight, I say, okay, can I see your boarding pass? What else? Your plane left 1.5 hours ago. In fact, the plane is on its way to where from Abuja. Boy, on the face of somebody's wife. Yes. Where was somebody there? One of the boys, if you don't slap this man, I will sack you. You have to protect this woman. This is somebody's wife, somebody's sister, somebody's mother. You have no right to slap him back for this woman. Yes, I did it. You made this minute. And they did that. The iPad. Punch had the thing. The pornographic film, and I go see. The other woman, Nagayola, testified. All the passengers, but he had already succeeded in disrupting so many things by destroying the system. They fell and got destroyed. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Only Boba plane landing over and where weather. Pilot announced that we must go back to base, then we weather, for safety. And when we go back, we need to refuel. Because you expended fuel going to where, hovering over where, you couldn't land. You're now going back to Lagos, your base. And you told them that, no, they were going to Port Harcourt to wait. And that also they will refuel in Port Harcourt because they need more fuel. The next thing, he went on the social media, Airpiece, took them for 4 hours, hovering all over the skies because they don't have fuel. And stupid people bought into it. But they made to see where I fly without fuel for 4 hours. So this day and age of social media, some people just want to make name. They look for that thriving business that attracts attention to them. They'll just do it. But this time we decided that we are not going to respond to anybody. I will never be against my people. Never. God will never allow me to do that. I will always do things to promote not only the Igbo race, but this country, God to be members of this nation. I'm not a tribalist. I believe in Nigeria. I believe in the Igbo race. I will help my people. I know what we've done for our people. I'm not going to be saying it here. But I know what we've done for our people. I know what myself and my brother have decided to do, it's not for us to be saying it here. This year, I decided, out of anger, say, Kaikusis here, he create more flies because the northern areas now require you to come and fly. Yes, the governments pay you 6 months upfront in some places to come and fly. Here, we are subsidizing for them, but they don't know we are subsidizing. I will increase more flights. See where I will go. Thank you.
Biko, before you go, as my learned senior at the bar, you will never stop intervening.
No problem.
One number. Round of applause for our brother, Dr. Allen Onyema, CEO, Air Peace Nigeria. Since the representative of the Deputy Speaker of the House of Rep is still here, Biko, Chief Emeka Nwogu, send this message. Here you have Ikenga every year to make our people go home. The number of police points na deka marketing area n'Igbo land. A na-ezi ozi ndị uwe ojii kpọọ onwe ha oku. Anyị na-agwa ya because ịgwa Benji here his first tenure ọ ga-ama. A ga-akpọ oku ka ndị ụlọ anyị nwee kela Christmas. Oke iyi ọka esi eme ya. Because our place is the heaviest ATM ndị a nwere. Onwe all manner of security agents na akpọta our place. As soon as police are on a head bridge, we will say have our peace. Police on a head bridge is our problem. The road safety in order is our problem. Then the next person I'm going to call, the Honorable Minister of Works. Because bridge rana new artisan Enugu, there's traffic in the whole of Enugu because of that bridge ranu. And then Biko, as I invite the representative of the Honorable Minister of Works, before I invite him, let me remind him that the Bini bypass is unpassable for our people on Christmas. Every Igbo man at Christmas, you spend an average of 3 to 4 hours at the Bini bypass. Dave Umahi, Mera Nyinka as Minister of Works. Ega sina onona Ali Igbo. But eba kandi Igbo say Allah. Bini bypass is bad. Onwere eba ga no here for 1 hour. Ema may kidnap just to find a way back to maybe Salah East. Onye ola no here dorokwa aka na nti o. Here na agwa ndị no n'ọchịchị because mgbe onye Igbo no n'ọchịchị imere ndị ụlọ ha ihe ọ na-achọ ka consult onye ọbụla. Before you know it, ya pụọ. Let me invite at this moment His Excellency, former and immediate past governor of Ebonyi State, Akubaroha. Don't worry, I've not called him. I've not called him. You go. Thank you. Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency and immediate past governor of Ebonyi State, Akubaroha, Engineer Dave Wenze Umahi, is capably represented here by a former commissioner of information, Ebonyi State, and current chief press secretary to the Honorable Minister. He is Honorable Barrister Oji Uchenna Oji. Please stand forward.
The current Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency, Engineer David Nweze Umahi, is a pleasant paradox of transformative energy from grooming, learning, and profession. A radical actualizer of dreams and visions. His architecture of governance totally revamped Abakaliki, the capital of Ebonyi State. Born in July 1963, Dave Umahi, the sixth of 7 children and father of 7 offsprings, has affinity to uniqueness and personal aspirations and substance of deliverables when put on the saddle. From acting party chairman to substantive party chairman, deputy governor and governor, there have been affirmations of proven competence, confidence and trust. Ladies and gentlemen, that rhythm of facts proved same consistency with his appointments as the substantive Minister of Works. With a heavy burden of challenge and expectation in his current saddle, we're adding our layer of encouragement to a man with a chest full of laurels, but a head fixed on a destination. In all that the honoree has been, has done and will be, his steady neck of anchor, Lady Rachel Umahi, has kept his energy going seamlessly to make sure the tested ship captain encounters no distractions, no turbulence in his political sails. Here is a big congratulations to His Excellency, Engineer David Nweze Umahi, CON.
Commander of the Order of the Niger. Ladies and gentlemen, if Engineer Dave Umahi does what he did infrastructurally in Ebonyi State at the federal level for Nigeria, you will know an Igbo man is a blessing to Nigeria. Let me on this note call on our own very dear Wokenana Atuebu, a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Marandibo, Senator Enyina Abaribe, to please come forward and present this award to Akubaroha. Thank you.
Akbaroha, ably represented by Enyimwoke, former commissioner, former this and that. 2 things we ndị Igbo gwara akwụna osimiri kwuo. Number 1, Bini bypass. Ndị Igbo na-achọ ịlụ ụlọ, unu mechie Bini bypass. Ọkwa ya nọ. Number 2, Akubaroha was senior minister of works. So, Kopo Inspector General of Police, Siana checkpoint a Kariala na Libo, na ichore lolo, Okweano. Owe hazo no chokam ada. Well, Siana nde VIO na enye nsobu. Nde VIO no under the Ministry of Works. Siya hapuga anyị ka izutu ike na Christmas a na anyị chọrọ ịlụ ụlọ. Ụlọ mma no. Akubaroha, on behalf of Ikenga, I na-enye gị this award for outstanding performance as the governor of Ebonyi State and as Minister of Works and as a senator. So, Naina Gwena today, now GSM, Governor, Senator, and Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me say in a nutshell that I feel enthused, very much enthused being here today to represent the Honorable Minister of Works in this assertive gathering. I call this an assertive gathering in the sense that when you come here, you will see one thing, and that is that Ndi Igbo nwere mmadụ. And so I congratulate all of you on behalf of the Honorable Minister. Let me now say it is my pleasure and honor to convey to you the President of Ikenga, the leadership and indeed the members of Ikenga, the deepest appreciation of the Honorable Minister of Works for this honor and recognition that you have accorded him. The Honorable Minister would have been here in person. He prepared to come until yesterday. He had an emergency that wouldn't have allowed him to be here. But coming here to see timbers and calibers of Igbo race, I must say that he is very appreciative of this gathering. Let me say on his behalf that this very singular honor and recognition is going to spur him, is going to encourage him, is going to inspire him to do more as Honorable Minister. You have all considered to the fact that as a governor, he was captivating, he was scintillating in performance. I want to vouch for him that we have no doubt, that as a Minister of Works he is today, by your prayers and by the special grace of His Excellency Mr. President, you will not be let down. You did mention the Enugu New Artisan Bridge. It is being put in place now. You did mention the Bini bypass. I tell you, in no distant time, it's going to be a thing of the past. Therefore, he has asked me to tell you that there is need for us to continue in our spirit of resilience, spirit of obedience to constituted authorities. Whenever God says yes, nobody can say no. He's within his spirit. I want to concede to the various speeches, especially that of the last speaker, to say that we need to discourage social media. We need to discourage pull him down syndrome. We need to encourage our brothers and sisters in business, in politics, in public service, in civil service. It is going to be well with us. At the appropriate time, His Excellency will speak to this award, and you will appreciate that he has spoken. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will, at this juncture, introduce and recognize a very senior Nigerian. I have known him while he was serving in the Air Force and so on. And he's a man, I have been to his country home in Edo State, a former minister in the Third Republic, I think so. Our brother and father, Air Vice Marshal Tony Obere. AVM, sir. Ndibo are glad to have you in their midst. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. And also, in furtherance to the awards, we have our very own. I spoke words about this man in his absence, just like Professor Obiora spoke eloquently about Barrister Alin Onyema. The man you call Chisco is man Neweputego Eje Jelaki Kenjozi. There are people who do not just lend money, but they support causes. I have been a member of Ikenga for 15 to 20 years, and I can tell you that the award given to Okiyi today is deserving. In fact, he should receive multiple of it. Ladies and gentlemen, transportation in Nigeria cannot be complete without a process by which you know the Canadian tools, the Chiscos, the Inyangs, and so on. But our own very dear Dr. Chidi Anyebu, MFR, Commander of the Order of the Niger. I call on you, sir, Okiyi, to please step forward to this podium for a well-deserving award on you. In a melundi ife, in a jelundi ozi, Ibu onye na-eme nwanne, Ibu obuhuru ụzọ. Okay, Biko, okay, Biaba. Get a guys again. Biko no leba. Guys, no, join him. That's okay. Every other person stays. Hey, yeah. All right, can you play his...
The saying in the good book that the race is not to the swift, nor for him that wills, but unto him that grace abides, is made manifest that within Dr. Chukwu Anyebu Okeyamichi, God lives as a resident. His testimony is weighty and heavy, completely uncommon, but deeply inspirational. Dr. Chidi Anyebu grew from the provincial popularity of Ubunku Chidi, managing director of Chidi Wooden Truck, which he knocked together himself in Amici. He progressed to become an apprentice in Lagos, where he learned the spare parts trade, after which he was settled with 120 naira only. This young entrepreneurial mind has now grown to become the grand metaphor of road transportation in Nigeria. In simple summary, Chidi caught that grace, locked it down, and built a mansion for it. Today, he's the CEO of Chisco Group, with tentacles in many sectors of the Nigerian economy: energy, hospitality, real estate, finance, courier services, while maintaining leadership in safe road transport infrastructure. Dr. Chidi Anyebu is a multiplier of opportunities and creator of access to people and institutions with remarkable consistency. He bettered the transport department at Unizik Oka single-handedly. He gives scholarships as a routine and sustains a medical outreach with impressive diversity. Married to Julie, this choir master in his formative years maintained his love for God, thirst for personal education, and adulation for his 5 children, whom he dotes around like mates. Aka Ikenga is proud to honor him for his exceptional resilience, industry, and enterprise. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Chidi Anyebu, MFR CON.
Thank you, and a round of applause for Okiyi. Amarakwam nebo choir master, mwine ebido. Aka menye kwege microphone, ki ikwela anyukwe ndi block rosary. Ladies and gentlemen, let me call on our very own senior colleague at the bar, George A.K. Esquire. A round of applause, please. He speaks so glowingly that if you give him the microphone, he will describe Chidi Anyebu in very clear terms. These are the members of Ikenga who know him very well and who know his level of contribution. George A.K., please. Thank you.
Dr. Chidi Anyebu, I feel very privileged to hand over this wonderful plaque or award symbol in recognition of what you have done for yourself, for humanity, and particularly the Igbo people. We're so proud of you that this award should have even come earlier than now, but be it as it may, it's coming now. We very much cherish you. We recognize you. The Igbo nation is very proud of you. This award is given to Dr. Chidi Anyebu, MFR, CON, for excellence in the transport sector, which he very meritoriously merited. Thank you so much.
Madam, I don't want the microphone. I don't want the microphone. Thank you. Hold on, hold on. Thank you. Madam, there's a forward. There's a forward. Madam,
ndị aka Ikenga nze amara ekwu okwu si na ndị kwubuo nenu ekwutecha n'ihe ọ chọrọ ikwu. But nze nke m abụ nze m ekwu okwu. So aga m ekwu nke m. So aji m oge a n'afọ mụ na nwunye m na ndị mụ na ha lụrụ Chisco, maka na ofu onye anaghị arụ ọrụ, mere ihe niile a na-ekwu. Eji m afa ha na-ekene ndị aka Ikenga. The award today is to motivate us to do more. And it will not stop only for Chisco or for Alan Onyema and other people, the awardees today. It will extend to other people, to encourage other people. Ndị na-emekwa ọfụma. Aga m eji oge a anyị anọdụgo na transport, nọdụ na service of human, because transport, you call it business, but at the same time it's half business and half humanity. You can have you hear Alan Onyema. I can confirm to you, after serving this country on transport industry for 47 years now, I can tell you 100% of what Alan was saying, ọ na-ekwuzi ewute iwe maka na ọka obidocha afọ. Anyị nwa atịgo atị n'ime. Anyị nwa aghọtachago all those things. O nwere mgbe o yelu cool down. Ọ ihe anyị mechakwara mgbe anyị dụka na anyị nọ na age. Because it's very painful actually. It's very, very painful. So say ego ka anyị ga na-ekwu. Ndị Igbo ma ọsị mụta eneto ego anya. Ego dị iche. Mmadụ dịkwa iche. Ọ bụrụ mmadụ niile ya ewere ego ya wee je bute mmadụ free of charge. Obi ka eji eme. And then you encourage that person. If I na-ekwu do very small n'ihe na-eme na transport industry. And ọ ndị Igbo anyị na-eme onwe anyị. Right now, our senator is here. Abaribe is an outspoken senator. Because Kogwara in the government. Ihe Chukwu ji wee nye anyị extra sense bụ ka anyị zọpụta ndị obere mmadụ. There is no gift that is given to you that is meant for you. Allen na-arụ ihe Chineke dunyere ya n'ụwa abịa alụọ. Gụnwa na-arụ ihe Chineke dunyere gị n'ụwa abịa alụọ. Chisco na-arụ nke. Nnamdi Obi na-arụ nke. Everybody na-arụ nke. Mana ebe anyị nwere nsogbu bụ ka ị gaghị esi jikọnatazi these blessings ọnụ. Maka ndị Yoruba na-ejikọta nke ha ọnụ wee na-arụ ọrụ to masses. Ndị Hausa na-ejikọta nke ha ọnụ wee na-arụ ọrụ to the masses. Abịazie masses anyị na-ata nnukwu ahụhụ. Ndị edebeziri fa emebe na ebe o si weta sensi nke o nwere supermarket igotere sensi iji ewere Chisco ma iji ewere Allen ma iji ewere ihe ichere ịbụ. He didn't buy it from any supermarket. It was given by Almighty God for the purpose of the masses. That's what it is. Whatever how you look at it. Onye na-emezi nke ndị agha na-emeli ya. Onwe ya na-akpọ Igbo na-egbu Igbo. No Igbo na-egbu Igbo. I refuse to speak that language. Maka mmụọ ị na-ekwu ya, ị na-enye more energy. Igbo anaghị egbu Igbo. Anyị ebidozi kịta. Kwuwezie positive things about ourselves.
Thank you.
But our senator will tell the government how reduce NATO customs. Isi ebe a je Onitsha, Aba, you have over 22 custom checking points. Organic essay. Police will believe. Now customs will charge the cost of the vehicle. The police will take small money and leave you. But customs are businessmen like you. Now they have formulated a new ways. They will plant a contraband, very small portion of 10 inside a vehicle and cut the vehicle in the Oredia and seize a vehicle that carries about 52 passengers for one person carrying something that did not mean nothing. They will seize the vehicle. Just because it's Igbo route. I say I got from here to Kanu, Kaduna, no checking point, no nothing. The latest now is NDLE. NDLE will plant somebody in the bus and say that he's carrying Igbo, and you will seize the bus carrying innocent people going their own business. Because of one person, you seize a bus. Can you seize a plane? Because you caught one person carrying contraband, you seize a plane carrying 500 passengers. Is it possible? How come? On which law are you trying to force? For 53 passengers, one person carrying Igbo or that, and you seize a vehicle, punishing my people for nothing's sake. Some children, some pregnant women travel on the highway. That is very unfair. So ndị be anyị anọ na government, unu nwere ọrụ. Thank you very much. I hope Senator have heard me.
Yes.
And I'm sure that will put to work. Thank you very much.
Okay. Tuoni Oki. Dalo Chisco Bwesbo Madu. That I can certify. Now, for those of us who follow me on social media, I posted something yesterday. If I name it, VIOs now do the job of road safety. VIOs have nothing to do with traffic offenses. Marandibo. To give you points on this thing, VIOs has nothing to do with overloading, overspeeding, use of phone while driving, dangerous driving. Kampuya here now. I was going to Umahia just 5 days ago. On a federal road, VIO was asking for overspeeding. Why is a vehicle overspeeding? VIO is only for roadworthiness. How can Johnny Mosteto? How can Johnny Mostate? Yes, you present the award to him. Wait. Who's representing him? On here. Okay. The next award is to our brother and friend and a very high landing and grand member of Ikenga. The man who I know tries everything possible to attend every Ikenga meeting. You may say that Professor Pat Utomi will not stay to the end, but he must stay and contribute. May I call on Claire Utomi to please come forward for us to read the citation of Professor Patrick Okedinachi Utomi. Please play.
Tomi is simply what he has become, and we all know it very well. A global scholar, critical thinker, evolutionary political mechanic, and outstanding economist. No citation can comprehensively cover his intellectual prowess. Not even himself can do so sufficiently. Professor Patutomi has read people, studied nations, developed minds, written books, expanded conversations, and enriched our territories with foundational values and ethics for true development and prosperity. Today, as an optimist and lifetime activist for good governance, he has indeed become the book to be read, and no one with a hunger for knowledge should leave any page of him unread. From the classroom to the boardroom, manufacturing, politics, and many more, Professor Patutomi at 67 remains consistent as a dispenser of ideas and ideals with transformative outcomes. In a game-changing political engineering through the Big Tents, Big Idea Coalition, this professor, with an infinite desire for a new Nigeria, taught our politicians a deep lesson that gave Nigeria a huge revival in the 2023 elections. Ikenga is proud of our own, an esteemed member who is, among many other things, an insightful rib cracker and storyteller. Professor Patutomi is married to his partner for life, Mrs. Ifoma Utomi, and they have been so refreshingly blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Patrick Okedinachi Utomi.
Round of applause, please, for a very distinguished Nigerian, an economist, a man who stands tall. May I call on Mr. Ano Anyanwu, a financial guru, to please come forward and present this award to our very own dear Professor Pat Okedinachi Utomi.
Wow. Clear high. Well, This is a great honor and privilege to me to present this award to Professor Pat Utomi. Pat Utomi has always been a part of my professional life, either as a life coach, or a speaker, or a teacher, or a lecturer.
Don't do without me for Pat.
So, it will look like we have left the best for the last.
Yeah.
So, and I'm highly honored and privileged to be the one being called upon to present this award to Professor Pat Utomi. So, Claire, when you get home, tell Prof that the Igbo nation is deeply and immensely proud of him. And that we will always continue to cherish him. And that our children will continue to drink from the fountain of knowledge that he had dug.
Yeah, yeah.
We are proud of him. And we are praying to Almighty God to give him strength of body and mind so that he can continue to influence our people for good. Because there's still a lot of work to be done. He's done so much, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And we're deeply, deeply proud of him. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, please, come out. They can come out, please. Krista Soloka, Okay, Claire. You want to say something here?
Indibo, Nnamsi Kankelegi, and I am truly honored to receive this on his behalf. We are continuously grateful for your recognition of what he would call his small contributions to the Igbo nation and Nigeria. But today I've seen many golden shining examples of Igbo culture and Igbo excellence. And so congratulations to the other awardees. And hopefully in the few years to come, our generation will be up here with you doing the same work. Thank you very much.
Claire, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, for former President Chris Asoluka to come out and Marandibo to join us receiving the award and supporting Claire Utomi. It shows you how much we value Professor Pat Utomi for this award. I want to thank Prof for all he's doing for Ndibo, and we wish him very well in all he does. He's our man Friday. All right, I have the next award for the founding president of Ikenga, Engineer Raf Eke. I earlier called his wife, Mrs. Cordelia Eke. We're very proud of you as a mother. I know it was very Herculean what your husband did go through in the years that Ikenga was being formed. And I'll tell you, as she makes her way to the floor here, you will wonder why Ikenga has no woman in the meetings. In the years when people were running from the military and so on, men will gather from 2 p.m. Men will gather from 2 p.m. and sit for this association, Ikenga, till 4 a.m., looking for solutions to challenges of Ndibo. It wasn't easy for the wives to come and join the meetings. That's why you do not find women in Ikenga. The years of beginning was so traumatic for Ndibo to find their feet. And this Madam Cordelia Nanyino here today, the husband, was a founding president. And one night, Chief Chris Asoloka was the secretary of the husband. Ladies and gentlemen,
Late Chief Ralph A.K. Ozumbaoka, a most dependable motivation to many, but particularly to Ikenga, was born on the 5th of March, 1948. A Christ the King College Onitsha old boy, he stepped it up to study civil engineering at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Upon graduation, Ralph started work with the Lagos State Development and Property Corporation, LSDPC, and was in charge of the storm water drainage for the whole of Amuwo-Odofin New Town development in Lagos. He was later poached by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC, as site engineer for the Warri and Kaduna refinery civil works constructions. Engineer Ralph built a reputation of responsibility early that by 1978, he was already a major partner and the general manager of TNB Construction Limited. He became the founder and CEO of Gomel Engineering Limited, involved in major engineering projects all over Nigeria with high net worth clients like the NNPC, NPA, the FCT Abuja, for the construction of dams, water supply, and many others. Ralph was a principled leader by example and never ready to shoulder whatever burden was required. He was a conscientious professional, highly respected and cultivated, a man of the people and a pride that Ikenga will forever remember as our foremost president. We therefore gladly recognize the marks he made and shared with Ikenga, hence this posthumous decoration. May God continue to bless and keep the family of Engineer Ralph A.K.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you can see two former presidents here and the current president. It means this is an important matter and task. May I call a fellow engineer, Nnabuenyi Ndibo, Engineer Ben Aka, to please come forward and present this award. I have known
Ladies and gentlemen, ndị aka Ikenga, ndị Igbo niile, ndị Nigeria, ụwa niile, tata ka anyị bịa nkọwala unu na mmadụ na-abụkwanụ ọnwụsịa ọ dịkwa ndụ. Ife anyị na-afụ tata bụ na Ralph Eke arapụgo anyị physically, but Ralph Eke is still living on. Ọlụ n'ụwa anụnwa, ọlụ aka Ikenga bụ ife anyị na-akọwala unu tata. Etu a ka ndụ ya dịkwa na-aga ebi. Maka when they tell you life, world without end, for some people the world ends, but for Ralph it has not ended and it will never end. So we are here today to tell you of our founding president, Engineer Ralph Eke, a man of special character. Anyway, we've read the citation. I don't want to talk much on that. But I want to tell you, madam, that Ikenga is still alive. And for as long as Ikenga is still alive, Ralph Eke is with us and will continue to be with us. On behalf of Ikenga, I present this token of recognition of who he was to us and who he will continue to be to us. Thank you very much.
Would you want to say something?
Well, they've said it all. Those who knew Ralph personally, he was a special person. And he was very devoted to seeing about the goodwill, well-being of people around him. And he had a passion for fostering the Igbo cause. And he put in his best. So we are very happy as his family to see the fruit of his labors. He's not there, but as like the as said. Okay. Okay. Well, since Ikenga is still there, I still see Ralph there, and they also get us involved in everything they are doing, and we are very appreciative of this. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Round of applause for her. Round of applause for her. Very, very important. We have an award for a former president, unfortunately, who passed on during the COVID. Passed on during the COVID. A very vibrant man, full of life. If you meet Oscar, he will crack you up with a joke. You know, those who are in Ikenga will know what it is. Let me invite Emeka Ugoju to please receive this award on behalf of our former president, Barrister Oscar Onwudiwe. May I ask former President, Chief Chris Asoloka, to graciously present this award to Barrister Oscar Onwudiwe, former President Ikenga.
Thank you very much. As we are beginning to honor those who started Ikenga, the brain box of our Ikenga started from Oscar's house, 10 Tarabi Street, Ikeja. That was on his birthday. About 10 of us, as usual, were discussing about our people, and Oscar could not be found wanting. He was a pioneer. And his modesty, in his modesty, he only became 7th or 8th president. 8th president, in spite of being the man in whose house Ikenga was conceptualized. Please extend this to his family, that whenever Ikenga is mentioned, everybody remembers Oscar Onwudiwe.
Thank you very much, Ikenga, for honoring Oscar Onwudiwe. This award is very emotional for me. Some people will not know the story, but Oscar and myself, we were together in a committee that was supposed to midwife the Ohaneze executive after Nyangodo. Unfortunately, a lot of our meetings was because COVID had come in at that point in time, and we couldn't meet physically. And I was somewhere. At the end of the day, I came back to Lagos, and I said, Oscar, I didn't see you nowhere. What happened? It turned out that Oscar had, fallen sick, and almost on a daily basis, I was with his wife and go to say, yeah, you make it, you make it. Unfortunately, Oscar did not make it, and that's, I mean, it's telling, but Oscar is one guy that he is so committed to the Igbo cause, not just Ohaneze, but the Igbo nation. Excellent guy, wherever he is, may he so rest in perfect peace. Thank you, everybody.
The essence of what Emeka Ugoju just said now is the first meeting was held in his house, yet he never insisted he would be president. He only became president as 7th or 8th president of Ikenga. That is something to take away, because some of us here are not in position Chineke, even when we cannot be G in Jesus. May I close the awards with this presentation to Innocent Motors, Innocent Chukuma. No one is it. All right. My job is almost done here. Anybody speaking? All right. Thank you, everyone. We are handing over to the musicians to. All right, let me call on Chairman Planning Committee, Sir Ozodin Obi, Nandi Obi, to please come forward and give the vote of thanks on behalf of all of us. And then after that, music, 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 drink, drink, drink. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Ozodin Obi.
The President, Ikenga, I want in a very special way thank all of us that have found time out of a very busy schedule in Eba Tata. We are so grateful that you've honored us with your esteemed presence. Our Nande Eba Tata, we're not there, but now we're a success. You plan to see an event and you don't see people come around there, it's a total failure. And I'm happy we had a galaxy of Igbo personalities in different fields of human endeavor who found time to honor us with their esteemed presence. Anyị ga ana mekene na onye ọbụla na-asị na my closing remark is not synonymous as ending the occasion because we have the band here. We equally do have the DJ here that is going to entertain us for the next couple of hours. And I'm pretty certain they're going to drill out very likable tunes that could act as an antidote to the stresses and strain each and every one of us goes through in life on a daily basis. On behalf of the entire members and organizing committee of this particular event, I want to say a very big thank you to us all for availing us of your precious time by gracing this particular event. Thank you all, and God bless you all. The band, over to you, and DJ, we are going to dance, and then the band and DJ is now over to you. Take it up. Thank you.
na-agbala aka n'azụ anị onye jiji ga na-akọnye ji n'anị ọkụ ọnụ ga-ekwu mana ọ bụzi onye agwazila okwenụ ya bụzi na ọkọkwu ekwukanụ kweke ikpu